Thanks to the people of Kentucky. And welcome to Louisville. Welcome to the most amazing state fair in the country.
It is official. The Kentucky State Fair is underway. City and state leaders on site at the fairgrounds this morning to mark the occasion. Well, vendors are firing up those deep fryers with a handful of new items on the menu this year, from pickle lemonade to barbecue sundaes and even a Mountain Dew mocktail. There's something for everyone. We sent our Jim Stratman out this morning as a taste tester. I'm disappointed the food did not make it back to the newsroom, Jim.
Yeah, Brooke, sorry about that. Well, actually, sorry, not sorry. That food was just too delicious. Earlier this week, Nelson and I were able to come out here and we got a sneak peek at some of the food that was going to be on display here at the Kentucky State Fair. And I'll tell you what, we got a taste of some classics, we got a taste of some new stuff, but all of it was delicious. Everyone comes to the Kentucky State Fair for their own reasons, but one thing that nobody can deny once they're here, the food. There is so much of it to try, so let's get started. We've got so many different stops that we're trying to make to taste all the food that we can before the Kentucky State Fair kicks off, and we want to show you a couple of these. We're over here at Cheesy Does It, chatting with Lanana, and take a look at what she's got served up for us already. Some delicious mac and cheese balls.
Nobody does them better than we do. They're homemade, they're made from scratch. Our team makes up thousands and thousands of them. We are definitely prepared for the Kentucky State Fair this year.
There's plenty of classic food that you can get out here at the fair, but this is also a time of year where you can try something brand new, something just like this, a Mexican cheesesteak.
Ribeye steak, just like Philly steak, and we put queso on it and pico on top. Ooh. With onions and peppers too.
Of course, you can get all your favorite meats out at the fair, but why not try a little fish while you're out here too? Nichelle, the seafood lady, is here with us talking about this delicacy. Look at that. Nichelle, talk me through this.
Yes, we have the crab and fried shrimp fries. Here we have fried shrimp, snow crab meat, crinkle fries, and fresh homemade cheese with a little Cajun season and some fresh cut parsley.
And after you've explored everywhere in the Kentucky State Fair, you're gonna have to sit down and actually try all the food you come away with. That's what I'm gonna do, so I will check back in with you all a little bit later on. Reporting in Louisville, Jim Stratman, WHAS 11, on your side. And Brooke, I have to say, after that story, I think I probably put on an extra 10 pounds, and it's all thanks to those seafood fries. But the fair is now open, which means you'll have a chance to come out here and taste all of those goodies for yourself.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. It looks like it's going to be a great day for the State Fair. And, you know, tickets are available online for $10, and that includes your parking, though you can also buy tickets at the gate for the same price, but you'll pay extra to park. And parents, here's your reminder. There is a minor attendance policy in effect for this fair. Chaperones have been required since 2019, but an incident last year prompted even more changes. So now anyone under 18 must be accompanied by an adult 21 or older after 6 p.m. on most weeknights. The same goes for chaperones, but in fact through the entire day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fair staff will check your ID at the gate. If a child is found misbehaving, they will check IDs again. And if no adult can be found, the kid will be taken to the Lost Children's Center. Well, for today only and for the next about 2 hours, JCPS kiddos can get in the fair for free with their parent or guardian's paid admission. The deal only lasts until 2 p.m. today and applies to 2 kids per paying adult. Thrillville is also offering buy one, get one all-day ride wristbands for JCPS families. That's part of the fair that'll be getting going at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to be at the State Fair all day long throughout the afternoon. You'll see our meteorologist Alden German coming to you live at 4 o'clock today. So stay up to all things related to the fair. Head to our website, WHAS11.com, and just click on that link on the front page. Over the last week, organizations across the metro have stepped up and offered activities to keep our JCPS kids busy while the district works out its transportation issues. The nonprofit I Would Rather Be Reading is using 3 community centers for parents to drop off kids who'd otherwise be in school. It's partnering with tutors from Evolve 502 in an effort to support families who didn't have access to other childcare.
If there's an opportunity for us to open up a space where kids can come and have fun and engage and see their friends that they were here with during summer camp and take that stress off parents so they can get to work or do whatever it is they need to do, then that's what needs to happen.
All 14 community centers are open today. I Would Rather Be Reading will be providing services at the centers in Portland, Sun Valley, and South Louisville. JCPS bus drivers are telling us they are not too optimistic about the return to school Friday. The district is planning a phased reopening where elementary and middle school students will head back tomorrow and high schoolers return Monday. Bus drivers told us they believe Friday will be passable. However, come Monday, they say the same problems from the first day of school would likely creep back in.
And I thought, if I'm not mistaken, on part of the new changes, it was said that they were going to be shortening the lengths of our routes, and they're not. They're just adding and adding and adding and adding. So more stops equals more time, longer to get that route finished to get to our next school.
Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio said Monday they're trying to make short-term changes like shoulder buddies, where you've got the drivers with GPS with second employees on board, and adding vans at bus depots to help with late arrivals. And a reminder to kindergarten families, if a parent or guardian is a no-show at that afternoon bus stop, drivers have been told to drop the child off with a JCPS vehicle that will take that kid back to their home school or to the next closest school. So be there on time. The company JCPS used to create this bus route system, Alpha Route, has apologized to JCPS families this week and explained how it's working to solve the transportation problems. It said the service is greatly improved when schools reopen and that it'll keep working with the district until all issues are fixed. Alpha Route also said it never used AI to create the bus routes or stops. It attributed the problems to not accounting for a proper amount of stop time. A single car crash in Shively killed one person and injured another. It happened around 1 a.m. in the 4100 block of Dixie Highway. It's unclear what caused the crash. She was the biggest unsung hero of Scott County EMS. That's how Chief Nick Olek is remembering his deputy director and paramedic, Devonna Shulin. She died Tuesday after giving birth to a healthy baby boy named Maverick. Devonna was the wife of Major Michael Shulin of the Monroe Township Fire Department. Together, they had 3 children. Scott County's EMS chief taking to Facebook this week saying, "Your number is forever yours and has been retired in the confines of this department. I will always cherish what we have built and succeeded in. None of it would have happened how it has without you. We will carry you with us every day." Devonna's funeral service is scheduled for Saturday at noon at First Christian Church in Scottsburg. Louisville police believe a fight led to a shooting that injured 4 people in the West Louisville neighborhood Wednesday. It happened near an apartment complex and several businesses on 18th and Ali just before 4 yesterday afternoon. Our Isaiah Kim Martinez spoke to one woman who says she locked her door the moment she heard the gunfire.
Lining the front of the Russell Apartments at 18th and Ali, tenants watched as the entrance to their homes turned into a crime scene. The entire parking lot taped off, folks unable to even get to their cars.
Fight escalated to shots being fired. People started scattering.
LMPD cruisers lining the intersection, backing up traffic.
We know at least 4 shots were fired at this time.
The forensics unit taking photos and placing evidence markers, one of them by a single shoe left on the ground.
You all stay in, keep the door locked. I've already called 911.
Regina Cox describes the moments talking to her customers inside.
Because it was just chaotic.
She works at Scruples by Chic Hair Salon, near where shots rang out.
It was a young lady that was running down the street and she was screaming, "I want my mother! I want my mother! It burned!" I didn't grow up like this. No one wants to raise their children in this.
Police say 1 woman and 3 men are in the hospital after being shot.
We need the community's help to say that they've had enough of this violence.
Lieutenant Stephen Lacefield with LMPD's non-fatal shooting unit says it's not clear yet if any of the victims may also be suspects.
Potentially there could be. That's what we're trying to iron out right now.
All 4 people are expected to survive, regardless.
It's unnerving. It's ridiculous.
Cox, who grew up in Louisville, is fed up up. She's worked at the salon for more than 30 years, long enough to remember the days the city's violence wasn't this rampant.
You can't even go to work. You know, our kids can't even go to school.
She tells me we've reached a point where people don't know how to resolve conflicts, and the respect for each other is gone.
You're not proving anything, you know? Your life is over. Either you're dead or you're in jail. Stop it. It's pointless.
She's hoping, like this Russell neighborhood mural declares, the community can show more love and less hate. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
Lieutenant Lacefield also said they had 6 detectives on scene that night, made possible by the creation of the non-fatal shooting squad months ago. Anyone with information about that shooting is encouraged to call the anonymous police line at 574-LMPD. Louisville Police also changing the way it handles officer-involved shootings. Today, Police Chief Jacqueline Gwen Villarroel will be joined by Mayor Craig Greenberg for the announcement. We're told the new process will provide greater transparency, improve efficiency, and ensure there are third-party safeguards. We'll be there for that newsroom at 3 o'clock this afternoon with a breakdown of what's to come here in Louisville on WHAS 11 News at 4.